Yes, greetings. Yeah, we kind of late today, we was to start at 9:30, but we had some technical difficulties, so we started a little late. And today we're going to talk about osteoporosis and the myth about that condition, right? And you got to push that love button. Wonderful. All right. Now, 28 million people in America suffers from osteoporosis, and mostly all these people are women. Yeah? And there's a myth about osteoporosis telling us that osteoporosis is caused by menopause. And that's not true. That's false information. Alright? Although we know for a fact that estrogen, a woman hormone, lowers the risk of osteoporosis. But that's not the main preventer of osteoporosis. Estrogen, that's not what it is. Osteoporosis starts long before a woman starts going through menopause. That's a fact. You understand? And we're going to tell you why the woman get osteoporosis. Because women in America take in enough calcium but still suffer from osteoporosis. So we know that, as they say, a calcium deficiency is not even, or insufficient calcium, as they say, is not a cause of it. I will tell you what causes it. But before we go, to that osteoporosis stuff, we have some people here from abroad. We have Master Tony. Bless said the Lord to the Father. Give thanks. We have Tony here from Arizona. Texas, sorry. Texas, Arizona. Texas is the same thing to me, man. And then we have big boy Travis here. You know what I mean? Travis, from where you at? From DC? Maryland. From Maryland. And then we have Derek.
Straight out of Ohio.
Straight out of Ohio.
By way of Miami, Florida.
By way of Miami, Florida. And we have about who missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, three missing, eh?
Yeah. Beverly, which is my
Beverly is a sister. And your daughter is
Takia.
Takia is missing.
Who get that?
And then we have Tony here. He's going to be on the camera today. And Tony's from Canada, right?
Yeah.
And you missed the summer in Canada, Tony. That's all good. That's all good. You're here right now. And everybody is here because I think the brother Tony here is very instrumental in having all the people here to Grenada for us to help them with different conditions that they have. All right? My brother.
Yes, sir.
You should be dead already, ain't it?
That's what they told me.
That's what told you. Yeah.
That's what they told me.
What the condition?
Start with sickle cell anemia, diabetes, stage 5 kidney disease, and enlarged prostate, and abdominal hernia.
And then we noticed that you have an enlarged kidney too.
Yes. 2
of your kidneys enlarged. Yeah?
Yes.
But you came to Grenada for healing, man.
Absolutely.
And we noticed that you've been in a lot of pain when you're here, but always the pain is controllable now, isn't it?
Subsiding, yes.
Subsided.
Subsiding.
All right, we've been doing some acupuncture, and you had a chiropractor help you with the back.
Yes.
So this is the brother that say, the whole medical system function. If you can't function within the say you will die. But the brother is here, God is good. The Most High is the most abundant healer in the universe. You know what I mean? And he's doing much better. So that's one brother here. That's in Grenada to heal. And we always talk about the kidney, and we can regenerate the kidney once the patient have a lot of discipline. So we try to help our brother to regenerate his kidney while he's here. And we eat him once a day, right? Once per day, man. Once per day, right, Tony?
Bless me.
Yes. Now, Tony, what about your instrumental in bringing the people to Grenada?
What?
There's 7 people that's here right now.
It's all spiritual. And we can't take no credit for Jah movement.
All the time is the Most High.
Because I was looking for one healer and them plot and kill him.
Dr. Sebi.
And all of a sudden, this little man from Grenada pop up from nowhere and he said, Master Herbalist. And I look at him and see a black man and said, Chuck, what the black people are test man because white people don't know nothing, they must the prayer black people. So any means to get them out of the way, them do it. So I come check the man and bring some followers, like a shepherd, you know, bringing them to the pastor so they can eat.
Sure.
And it happened where just show me the sign. It's just a movement of the inner force that make me reach here, because I only used to hear about Grenada when them have the invasion and all that. One system.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to be here, and greetings to all Grenadians. You
At home and
understand?
abroad.
Yes.
Yes,
man.
Grenadians. Grenada is a beautiful place, and you all should come to Grenada, man. We have two more people coming, four more people coming in. We have two coming in on Wednesday from Guadeloupe, and we have two from St. Lucia, and they're all cancer patients, and they're coming to heal because the medical system have given up on them after they took all the chemotherapy and the radiation. You understand? And I said that is not your best choice. Your best choice is to go to nature for healing. And that's why the Most High put these herbs on the planet, for us to heal. That's what it's all about. All right? Now, Travis, your purpose.
My purpose here was to be in my family. We had family emergency, so we had to skip everything and tend to what's more important, family. And
family is important.
family. And also Grenada, I've never been here, but I tell you one thing, it is a very beautiful and spiritual experience.
Wonderful.
You walk,
And you've been walking regularly.
yes, I have.
Yeah. Losing some weight and stuff.
Yes, and
Walking
I
up the
have-
hills.
Yes, and
Ain't
I
getting
have-
tired.
Nope.
Wonderful.
And every good view from a hill, you see, like I say, you want to stay forever. Just seeing nature, the
Yeah, man.
winds blowing, the trees moving,
Yeah.
the people down.
Wonderful.
It's a beautiful experience.
It's a beautiful experience.
Yes, it is.
So we are going to promote our country called Grenada, man. We are going to put this little country on the map. I even saw Steve Harvey talking about Grenada a couple of days ago in one of his programs. Somebody wanted a trip to Grenada. It's a very nice country, and the people are very warm, very friendly. All right. So we're gonna get back to my brother here. This is the master, man. That is most instrumental in bringing 7 people to Grenada, man. You know what I mean, to heal. And then Tony, you're here.
Yes, I am.
Yes, from Canada. And you're looking all bright this morning, man. What's going on, man? You're doing the right thing. And your purpose of coming to Grenada is what?
Health is
Health.
wealth. And
Right.
my Father heals all.
Yep.
So I just put him first and follow whatever comes after. So
Wonderful, man. Wonderful.
nature is first.
Yes.
So if I have to choose between what's synthetic and what's real, it's going to be what's real.
Wonderful. And as everybody here, they see how I live. And they see how I eat. So right now, simple way of living. I live simple. We eat once per day. You know, I mean, nobody's complaining because everybody's adjusting. And I love these people, man. Like, I don't want them to go back. You know what I'm saying? And they are very disciplined, and they're following the program. They don't cry, they don't moan, they don't groan, because as I said, once you come to heal, you have to follow a particular program, and the program is to eat the way I eat. Ain't it?
Simple. Very simple.
Give thanks once per day, huh?
Yeah,
And you're doing good, brother, ain't it?
doing better than I was.
Wonderful. Give God the glory, yeah.
Amen.
All the time. All right, so we're going to be talking about osteoporosis today. As we said, osteoporosis is a condition whereby you're losing bone mass and bone density. You understand? And it affects 28 million Americans every year, and mostly women. And the myth about osteoporosis is when a woman is going through menopause, she gets that because of low estrogen. That's false information. We're going to tell you what causes osteoporosis. Okay, let me come across right there. Stop the talking, please. Stop the talking, please. Over here. Osteoporosis, and we're going at the symptoms of it. Yeah? Now, once you have osteoporosis, you're going to lose weight. You understand? Once you have osteoporosis, you're going to have brittle bones. And the bones, they break easily. You're going to have brittle nails, you're going to have bone pain, you're going to have teeth lost. Once you have osteoporosis. Bottom line. All right? And don't let them fool you and make you feel that insufficient calcium gives you osteoporosis, because Americans drink a lot of milk and they still have trouble in the bones. So that is not the problem. All right, the problem is not insufficient calcium. The problem is what? Low progesterone in women. So there is a ratio between progesterone and estrogen. And it's a fact that estrogen lowers the risk of having osteoporosis, but osteoporosis starts long before menopause. That's a fact. So usually if you don't have the ratio between progesterone and estrogen, and you have a high level of estrogen and a little bit of progesterone, when you go through menopause, now if there is not enough progesterone, progesterone helps to do what? To build the bones. Let them know that too. That is the purpose of progesterone. So once there's a lower ratio of your progesterone as a woman, you will get osteoporosis long term, or even before you get to menopause. That's a fact. Acidosis also. Acidosis is a cause of osteoporosis, and we're going to give you the reason why. Now, once the body is in an acid state, remember that calcium is a buffering agent that is pulled out of the bones when the body is in an acidosis state. See? So once the body is acidic, the body in its wisdom pulls calcium from the bones to buffer the acid in the blood. And that is when you start to have over here. Look at over here now. Start to have bone lost, teeth lost, brittle nails, and then you have the bones that become brittle and break easily. Or you start to have osteoporosis. Okay? That's one of the causes of it, acidosis. Poor absorption of calcium is one of the main causes of osteoporosis, not menopause. Let them do the research. Now, when a woman have lots of what we call excessive amount of acid in her stomach, and she starts taking the antacids, the antacids prevent the woman from absorbing calcium. Why? Because calcium needs an acid terrain in order for calcium to be absorbed. Let them do the research too. Let them come and doubt me now. Calcium needs an acid terrain in the stomach in order for the calcium, magnesium, potassium, boron, for all of them to be absorbed. They need a acid terrain in the stomach. If you keep on taking antacids, and the antacids is depleting the acid in your stomach, you're going to have poor absorption of your calcium, and then you will become calcium deficient, and then you can get what we call osteoporosis. Another cause of osteoporosis is magnesium deficiency. All right? Now, we had a program on the radio last week where we talked about the ratio between magnesium and potassium and zinc, boron, and calcium. Magnesium is very significant in sending calcium where it's supposed to go. And lots of Americans are deficient in this particular mineral. So they drink a lot of milk, but the milk they drink have inorganic calcium that don't really go nowhere. So they must have troubles in the bones long term because milk is a poison. You understand? Bottom line. Let them sue me for that. Now, if there is not enough magnesium in your diet, the calcium comes in and can't move. Because calcium needs magnesium to send the calcium where it's supposed to go, and then boron will guide your calcium into the bones. So if there is a deficiency of magnesium, you are going to be deficient in calcium because you need magnesium to act as a traffic cop to calcium. So that is one of the causes of osteoporosis, also a deficiency of magnesium. Another cause of osteoporosis is a high caffeine intake. People drink a lot of coffee, and coffee depletes lots of calcium from the bones also because it's very acidic. Carbonated drinks like your soda pops, like Sprite and Coke, they also deplete calcium and they increase your phosphorus level. And that is why lots of people have trouble in the kidney also, because lots of people cannot metabolize phosphorus, calcium, and sodium properly, and then the kidney suffers. So carbonated drinks like Coca-Cola and Sprite and all these sort of drinks, they also is a cause of a deficiency of not calcium only, but osteoporosis in women. Protein, salt, sugar, and heavy metal poisoning. Protein, too much heavy protein salt, refined sugars, processed foods, and heavy metals is also a cause of osteoporosis in women long term. Heavy metal, for instance, especially cadmium. If cadmium is in abundance in the body, it depletes calcium, it depletes magnesium, it depletes boron, it depletes other trace elements. So heavy metal is a cause also of osteoporosis. Lead, mercury, and aluminum also that's found in your brain, because magnesium is found in the hippocampus of the brain, and if there's not enough magnesium in the brain, because of heavy metal poisoning, you're going to become deficient in calcium. Bottom line, processed foods is also a cause of osteoporosis and stress, because when you become stressful, the body is in an acid state, and then all of a sudden your body becomes very acidic because of stress, and then all the calcium become depleted. And use of corticosteroids. When the doctor puts you on these drugs also cause you to be calcium deficient and cause you to have osteoporosis. Let them big academic come and do that now. That's a fact. All right? So look at the causes of osteoporosis, not menopause, as they try to make you believe. If you're going through menopause and you have a low level of estrogen, because estrogen, as I said before, lowers the problem in terms of your bone health, but progesterone builds the bones. Estrogen don't do that. Estrogen slow up the problem with osteoporosis, but progesterone builds the bones. So you need progesterone cream as a woman before even menopause. If you have or suffering from estrogen dominance and you have too much estrogen and it's not balanced with progesterone, you have to get this particular hormone in order for you to build your bones, so that when you're through menopause, you don't have or get osteoporosis. Bottom line, acidosis, poor absorption of calcium, not insufficient calcium, but a poor absorption of that mineral in the stomach. Because as I said before, calcium needs an acid terrain in order for it to be absorbed. And if you keep on taking an acid, and as a matter of fact, the older we get, is the less acid we produce in the stomach. So once you produce less acid in your stomach, you can never ever absorb magnesium and potassium and calcium well, because you have what we call hypochlorhydria. And if you are taking an acid also, you become more deficient, and you cannot absorb that particular mineral. So those are the causes of osteoporosis, not menopause. Let's go to the herbs now. Let's go to herbs for osteoporosis. A lot of them. A lot of people don't use them though. Oat straw is one of the best herbs for osteoporosis. It prevents brittle bones, but it helps with keeping the bones strong. Oat straw. We use that herb for people who have trouble in the glands, especially the adrenal glands, stress and anxiety, but it have lots of calcium. Horsetail is another herb we use for the bones and for the nails and for the hair. You understand? And it also helps to build the bones and keep the bones strong. Stinging nettle leaf is also significant for the bones, but this particular herb have lots of boron. Stinging nettle leaf have boron, iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and it acts as what we call a potassium sparing diuretic if you have troubles in the heart or the kidney and you're retaining water. But it is full of minerals, and it also helps with people who have troubles in the kidney disease and kidney failure. Alfalfa is another herb again we use in abundance for people who are suffering from not only osteoporosis, but who have multiple myeloma, cancer of the bones and cancer of the nerves. This herb is wonderful for that. It has a lot of calcium, it has lots of vitamin D, it has lots of magnesium, it has lots of boron, it has lots of iron. So it is a very important herb for calcium deficiency, but also good for osteoporosis. Dandelion leaf, another diuretic that's good for the kidney, but it is also significant for when you have osteoporosis or suffering from edema. You know what I mean? It is also a potassium sparing diuretic. And the seaweeds like suma, sea moss, we call it iris moss in Jamaica, we call it CMOS, CMOS, Suma, Dulse, Bladderwrack. They're full of minerals and trace elements that is also good for osteoporosis. There's another herb called teaser root, and this is a very good herb for the joints and also for when you have ligaments and tendons problems. But this herb have lots of calcium. There's a lot of them that we can use. You can mix them together, these herbs together, and make it as a tea, and we call it osteoherbal. And what they do is they have different effects on the bones. They build the bones and build calcium and make you absorb it properly because they also have magnesium there. And the green leafy vegetables, beets, have 15% calcium and 10% magnesium. Cucumbers also have it. And they also help you to absorb these minerals in the gut because, as I said before, you need acid in the stomach to absorb these minerals. Very significant. Now, we're looking at calcium that is absorbable. Some people take calcium in the tablet form, and some people take oyster shells calcium. They're not absorbable at all. Leave them alone. Calcium carbonate, do not take that. It is not absorbable at all. It takes too long to be absorbed in the stomach. So you're going to get the absorbable calcium, like your calcium citrate, your calcium lactate, your calcium gluconate, and your calcium aspartate. These are the calcium that is absorbable. But if you want to absorb calcium, you must take calcium in the liquid, powder, or capsule form, not in tablets, because once you take the minerals in tablets, you're going to have troubles in your arteries because they don't go nowhere. The liver don't break it down properly. So all these minerals should be taken in the liquid form, but that the body could absorb them better. You got it there, brother?
Got it.
Yeah. Yes, tell me. Wonderful. Yeah. So all this myth about calcium, insufficient calcium cause osteoporosis or insufficient calcium. Them Americans drink a lot of milk. They drink milk like crazy. They have a big advertisement, milk is good for you. So then how come they have so much trouble in their bones if milk was so good for them? You understand? Because the milk the average American is drinking is inorganic. It don't go nowhere. And that's why when the doctor cut the cardiologist cut your chest open for a bypass surgery, he see calcium plaque in your walls. Do the research. All the soldiers in the Korean War, 19 and 21-year-old soldiers who died in the Korean War, check the arteries. It was blocked up at 19 and 21 because they drank a lot of milk. You understand? So them come in and tell me that milk is good for you, but milk is poisoning your system eventually. So all the milk you're drinking, and they're saying to you, osteoporosis is caused by insufficient calcium. But aren't you drinking lots of milk in America and having all the so-called calcium? So then how come you get in trouble in your bones? It's telling you that that calcium you're putting in your system is not good for you. It is inorganic. And if you have anything that is inorganic in your body, it can't move to go nowhere. You will have troubles. So you have to use the organic calcium from the herbs and the vegetables. And they're the ones that is absorbable, and the seaweeds. They are the ones that are absorbable to your system. So when a woman is ready for menopause, we call it perimenopause, you start having troubles in your bones long before you go to menopause. But they make you believe that when you hit 50 years old and you don't have a period no more, you must are bound to have osteoporosis, and that is not true, because osteoporosis starts long before you start to go through menopause, because you started to eat lots of food that have excessive amount of man-made estrogen that threw off your progesterone levels, and progesterone is a builder of your bones. You understand? And it's a protector from the dangers of the same estrogen that you have put in your system every day. But they fool you all, making you all feel that menopause is the only cause of osteoporosis. That's not true at all. You understand? Osteoporosis comes from a deficiency of calcium are not absorbing it in the gut because of how you eat the foods. And as I said, if you don't have enough acid in your stomach to break down minerals, you will become deficient. And that is why older people who pass the age of 50 do not produce 50% of the acid in the stomach. So then they suffer from hypochlorhydria, HYPO. And once you hypo, you become deficient because there's not enough acid in your stomach to absorb your minerals like calcium. Let them do the research. So when you have hypochlorhydria, they pop you with an acid, but they don't tell you that you don't produce 50% of your acid once you pass the age of 50. So they give you an acid and drop more acid, and then automatically you start to suffer from malabsorption because number one, you can't break down proteins because you need acid to break it down. Number two, you can't break down your minerals because you need acid to break down your minerals, especially calcium in the gut. So the best thing for you to do if you are calcium deficient is to get your gut going, the stomach, the earth, right here, going so that you can have enough acid, 3.6 in the stomach walls, so you can break down your calcium and absorb it better. Bottom line. So once you pass 50 and you have troubles in the stomach with acid, you get a product called betaine hydrochloride. And the betaine hydrochloride will build back up the acid, not Dica, not Maalox, not Mylanta. You don't get them is garbage. They kill your stomach long term. That's Babylon business. You understand? You get the stuff that will help you to absorb your minerals, and when you reach the age of 50 and you could absorb your calcium and you have your progesterone and your estrogen in balance, you will never suffer from osteoporosis or brittle bones, and you will fix your multiple myeloma. You understand? That's a fact. So all women, once you pass the age of 30, you should know that if you are eating a diet that's full of man-made hormones like eggs and cheese and milk and chlorinated water, and eating in plastic bowls and putting your water in plastic cups and plastic bottles and putting it in your refrigerator, you know for a fact that someday coming when you go to menopause, you are going to suffer from osteoporosis because you're going to be deficient. That's the bottom line. You understand? So all women should all get a progesterone cream. And all women should know that once you pass the age of 20, you are estrogen dominant. And once you are estrogen dominant, long term, you are setting yourself up to get osteoporosis. And that's the reason why you must use your progesterone cream on your breast 3 days, progesterone cream on your liver 3 days, progesterone cream on your thigh 3 days, 21 days. And they come and tell you that progesterone gives you cancer. But they don't tell you that progesterone is a protector from your estrogen, man-made estrogen, not the one that God put in your system, the one that man-made, and put it in your cow and on animals. They are the ones that cause you to have troubles long-term in the ovaries, in the uterus, and in your breasts. You understand? So you have to go back to the way of nature. Am I right, brother?
Yes, you are.
Listen, love. Am I right, brother?
Amen.
Peace and love.
Couldn't say it better.
Am I right, brother?
Couldn't say it
Bless it. Am I right, sister? Bless it. That's the bottom line. We have to teach the women because they're making you feel that when you have breast cancer or to prevent breast cancer, you have to lower your estrogen levels. But they don't tell you that the estrogen you have to cut down on is the man-made estrogen. Man-made one, not the one that God put in you. Your liver can never ever break down and excrete the man-made estrogen into estriol properly because it is foreign to your liver. Let them know that too. You understand? So once you are prone to getting breast cancer, osteoporosis, uterine cancer, ovarian cysts, PCOS, all these conditions that affects women, and even infertility, because you're imbalanced, you have to go and you have to balance your progesterone with your estrogen levels, and then you see that when you go through menopause, when the progesterone is normalized with your estrogen, you will build your bones and you will prevent yourself from getting osteoporosis, because all this talk about insufficient calcium, that's a myth. Am I lying, my brother?
No,
Speak
you're
the
not.
truth. Truth shall set you free. All right. The next live video we're going to have is going to be on liver cancer and how we fix it. We're going to show you on the next live video how we fix liver cancer, because we have a few patients now who's cancer free from having liver cancer that went to the lungs. We're going to show you on the next video what we do to repair your liver from being protected, number one, from being cancerous. And if you do have cancer in that particular organ, I will show you how the laws of nature, not the laws of man, the laws of nature from the Most High will show you how to get rid of your liver cancer if it's not in the fourth stage. And if your enzymes are intact, we will show you how to repair it. So give Jehovah God the glory. Jah!
Bless him.
Every time, my brother. Bless him, Lord. Give thanks. All right? And always remember that the ultimate healer is not me, not Tony, not Travis, not Tony. The ultimate healer is the Most High, because he's the creator of all things, and he's the one that put them in. What did I say, man? He that put all the herbs on the earth for us for healing. So come off your bandwagon and jump on the wagon of the Most High and start using the herbs and throw them drugs in the garbage, because they don't fix nothing. Bless and love.
Peace.
Give thanks and praises to the Most High. Jah.
Bless.
Bless.
One love and one heart.
One love and one heart. Bless it. All right. Give thanks. Yes.
Thanks and prayers.
Peace.
Babylon burning in here, listen.
Yeah, man.
I cut one point in capital.
Yeah. Cut on the capital. Boom. Fire.
The color on the neck.
Teach the people. Teach the
No
people.
worries, I'm over there.
Teach the people. Each one teach one.
Couldn't say it better.
To the masses. Give thanks.